Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I've messed everything up. Oh dear. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I definitely thought. All right, everybody. It's been a day. I'm going to delete these. Or no, I'm just going to go over them because I'm not going to re-enter all this stuff. But I've definitely been streaming for 15 minutes to nobody and not recording anything because I did not know what I was doing. I did not go live. No, I did not. Thank you, Para. I did not go live because I am a dum-dum and I have never done this before. Oh, YouTube, you deceptive little witch, you. Okay. Well, yep. All right. We're going to do this again. Oh, well. I mean, these games are fun. I don't feel too bad about going back over them, especially Champ at Dawn. Champ at Dawn. Real weird. All right. I am a goof. All right. So, once more with feeling, we are looking at the Steam games that came out on Monday, January 23rd, 2023. It is Tuesday, the 24th, and yeah, we're gonna do this again. Thankfully, I checked. I mean, I checked after 15 minutes because I'm a big silly head. But all right, we have 31 games to go through today. I think I probably already said that at least twice, and we're gonna get going. All right, our first game is a Legend of Wisdom Part 1. So, A Legend of Wisdom Part 1, the description is: enter the fantasy world and feel what it's like to be a real traveler! ! Create, try new spells, and face the greatest evil in the world. And as we can see, this is a RPG Maker RPG game where it's a little confusing what we're actually doing. We see the character like walking around and doing stuff. You can equip weapons. The character's name appears to be Kaser for some reason. And if we go down here, we can see that we are enter the fantasy world, and feel what it is like to be a real traveler. You wake up among ruins surrounded by a dense forest. You don't remember who you are or what you're doing, so you embark on a journey to find out. Which sounds like there's something there, kind of, but the problem is that this reads as very generic. Like, this is not really giving me an argument as to why I have to play this RPG game where you play as an amnesiac rather than any of the other ones. The fact that it is Part 1 is kind of fascinating to me. I didn't click through to Kaysen to see if they'd done anything else. No, this is Kaysen's first game. And if I had to guess, I would say that Kaysen is probably the only person who is working on this project. They have no reviews and only 9 followers because they released their game extremely recently. So this game only went up on Steam on January 10th, which means they only had 12 days to do marketing. It is priced really low, but unfortunately, without a hook, RPG Maker games tend to run into trouble. Like, you kind of can't just put up a fantasy RPG these days and get people playing it, which is what it looks like has happened here. So that's a bit disappointed. I hope Kaysen manages to maybe find the hook, because I think there's something maybe neat in here, and can do some promotion to keep going. So if we go to A Modest Legacy, which is our second game, I'm going to put this at 406. A Modest Legacy is a medieval real-time strategy game. Here, you will use city building and combat tactics to conquer your enemies in hope of to be the last kingdom standing. Good luck. So I like this art style. It's very simple and low poly, which means that you could hypothetically have a whole lot of characters on screen, but it doesn't look like they do that. So and you have a tech tree and some other staples of the genre. I do like how it looks, but it's the various buildings are a little ambiguous. I liked how the fog of war like falls into the floor there. That's kind of cute. What confuses me are the characters. Like, I don't think they have models. I think they're just little sprites, but they're like little teardrop shapes or something. Like they don't look like people. It's an odd choice. They also don't have health bars, which I find a little confusing. This is still in early access, so possibly some of this stuff will change. But A Modest Legacy is a real-time strategy roguelite, and that's interesting because I can't see anything that suggests roguelite elements. Like, what would you be? What are the roguelite elements? Like, what do you persist between runs? Yeah, so this one leaves me a little confused as to like what the overall structure of the game is. This one does have people playing it, so 3 people played it, and they have what looks like a lot of. Yes, they do kind of look like Among Us people. Yeah, that's true. So this does look like it had a bunch of promotion like over the last day, because they jumped from like 39 followers all the way up to 97 followers in like 24 hours, which is pretty good. But I think that goes to show that like had they been doing this kind of promotion beforehand, they would have had more followers. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it has translated into, at least so far, into getting people to review the game, and that's kind of what you need to get into the Steam algorithm. So they have no reviews, 97 followers, and their game, their store page has been up for a very long time. It's been up for 375 days. So I think if they had been doing promotion that whole time, they probably would have sold a bunch of games. As is, my estimate for them is only 50 games sold, which is unfortunate. Moving on to Asfalia Anger. Which is a beautifully hand-drawn, point-and-click children's tale about emotions. Help Charlie explore Asfalia, the mystery world of emotions, meet lovable, quirky characters and help them solve their problems, solve simple environmental problems, collect stickers, and save Asfalia from an imminent danger. Now, this is what I didn't pick up the first time I went through this, so hey, some bonus. Is that this is maybe going to be part of a series. I don't think this is already part of a series. No, they do have a demo as a separate game, and they have a demo here, but perhaps they're planning on doing Asfalia Sadness or Asfalia Confusion or something in the future. But yeah, the art style here looks very cute. It's very pastel, and everything is sort of very softly drawn and quite adorable. Going down into the reviews, there are quite a few reviews here, and some of them are in French, because this game was translated into French. We can go up here and we can see that we have two languages. So if you're doing a narrative game and you can afford it, it's beneficial to translate it, because you will get access to other markets. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of 7 reviews are in French. This game has entirely positive reviews, so people like it, and they're basically saying like, yeah, this is a great game to play with your kids. One person is playing it now, and while the game store page has been out for a long time, they had this enormously long plateau from like August to December, where they had like no traffic at all, 38 followers. So I'm going to say what I normally say, which is you need to do promotion. And again, it looks like they were doing promotion over the last few days, but like you need to be doing promotion the whole time, especially between August and December of last year, because they only had 53 followers. It's a very, very tiny number of followers, only about 530 wish lists. But as you can see, this game is cute and people are responding to it, and they already have 7 reviews. So my guess was that they were going to get over the 10 review minimum to get pushed into the Steam algorithm, and they would have a modest success. I suggested 800 copies, but I could very easily see them having 2,000 or 3,000 sales, depending on their velocity. Like if they can keep their velocity up, they're probably gonna do fine. Then we got to all right, this one's real weird. Champ at Dawn. So this was the one that I was looking at just before I realized that I wasn't actually streaming because I'm a dum-dum. A game that will take care of your 2 minutes by Gray Sakia. It is on sale for $4.99. And the description is, you can throw a shot in a basketball game for 120 seconds. A special round is created with low probability. In the special round, you can throw 2 more shots. So we have people doing a dance, and then there are a bunch of flags, and then apparently this whole game is just doing like basketball free throws as this guy in a hoodie with a mustache and a toque, while these 2 ladies dance. That's the game. It's really baffling. I don't really get this one. It's a bit confusing. But I love this capsule image. The guy with the mustache. It's like, personally, I would click on this if I were seeing that capsule image. I would be like, what in God's name is this going to be? And it turns out it's a basketball free throw game for some reason. The store page was made on December 26th, and they got no followers, and they got no sales. Apparently, I said they were maybe going to sell 50 games because just people are going to... Truly, the future of gaming is finally here. Yes, precisely. Like... I love it. So far, my favorite today is Champ at Dawn. Really, really weird. Godspeed, Gray Sakia, who made that one. I hope it does magnificently and we get like 5 sequels. Moving on to Chestnut Grove, the first game that I have not already looked at. Here we go. Chestnut Grove, which is on sale for $2.59, developed and published by Philip DeBrar. Chestnut Grove is, how do you go about your life when self-isolation has become the new normal? Oh no, I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Chestnut Grove is based on my personal experiences of quarantine and features 100% real documents and notices. Phil, I'm not sure that was a good idea. This looks kind of bleak. But hey, this is like the first game that's actually about, you know, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. That I've seen. Alright, it's a walking simulator, an exploration walking simulator. I'm guessing where you're walking around the same environment. It looks kind of horror-y, but I think this is probably more like a realistic look at like being in social isolation. I remember messages like that. Not great times. Interesting idea, Phil. Unfortunately, no one has reviewed this, so I don't even know how you would promote a game like this. Like, I think that most social networks would shut you down for just because of the context, which is too bad because, like, you know, this was a major emotional event for most of the planet. All right, store page made on Christmas Day last year. And they managed to get 6 followers. So yeah, I don't think this game is being promoted at all. They got 1 follower over the last 24 hours since it went up. I don't know if that matters though. I think this might have been Phil working through some stuff. So, based on the fact that I think that this will get suppressed by all algorithms that it comes in contact with, I'm going to bet 20 people will play it. That's not to say it looks bad. It looks well made enough, but yeah, I just think that is a hard sell. Nice job, Phil. And moving on. To the Clarent Chronicles, which is for sale for $12.99. Developed by David Nguyen and Phenon, and published by David Nguyen. Clarent Saga Chronicles. Looks like we have another RPG Maker game. A novel with great RPG turn-based battles inspired by Octopath Traveler. Graphics and music inspired by older Final Fantasy. Great entry point for newcomers! Exclamation mark. Okay, so we have what I would call I don't know. I need a term for this, but it's basically like someone to make this trailer. They just turned their game on, and then are going to start a new game. And usually, that is not the way to go about making a trailer. Usually, you want to like sculpt a trailer to show like cool things right away, and to show. Okay, because it does look like. Oh no! I guess we're going into a battle here. We're fighting a spider, 2 eggs, and a doll. We have fairly standard turn-based combat. Let's see if there's anything. Nope, we're just going to go back into combat again. Okay. So all of the... okay, no, we have a lot of screenshots. Okay. Aha! Okay, I'm interested about this. Let's see. A novel with great turn-based RPG battles. The warning, there's no exploration at all. I didn't think so. Okay, so this really is like a text adventure, and then occasionally you will get thrown into RPG fights. Huh. Interesting choice. Features, great novel, 80,000 words. Which means in terms of time to read that, that's probably, for most people, between 6 and 8 hours, which is quite a bit. A good visual novel with RPG crossed out. Thanks, Sido Dejanta. The short version of this feels more like a demo rather than a full game. I think it is a demo, buddy. Okay. Nice story, customization, nice combat system, nice PvE, more exploration. What? There's no exploration. They just said that. Did you make another version of this? Oh wow. There's like a free-to-play version of this. It's a tactics game where maybe they're okay. All right. End of early access. Okay, so this is the 1.0 release out of early access. Game is very arcadey, and I do enjoy it. Arcadey. I would never describe a novel as arcadey. I knew what I was getting into when I got the game. It's basically a novel. I've actually just ran from every fight encounter and played and read the game. About 40 minutes in, I'll stop for now because the story isn't done yet, and I don't want to get started without knowing if there's a conclusion. Okay, so this was in early access, and they never came back to it. That's too bad. Okay. So it doesn't look like anyone finished the game, because really it would take like 6 to 8 hours to complete a novel of that length. All right, what a curious idea. That's really odd. Interesting idea though. Okay, so this was Steam store page was made in December 18th of 2021. And it looks like they went into early access in July of last year. They have picked up a bunch of followers recently, and they are up to 111 followers, which puts their followers per day at very low. They have 28 positive reviews and 4 negative reviews, so, like, they're not doing bad. Yeah, they've probably sold over 1,200 copies of this already. I don't know if they're going to sell a bunch more though, but maybe. Like they do have that little spike at the end, so there's some people looking at this. Gosh, I don't know. I'm going to guess 2,000. And good job on you, Dave and Phenon. It's a really unique kind of game you got there. Definitely not something that I would have expected to work, but apparently people like it. We're going to move on to Flip of Light. Flip of Light is on sale for $7.64, down from $8.99. Developed and published by Lecosoft. Flip of Light, a precision platformer where you can instantaneously flip from ceiling to floor. Run, jump, and flip your way through difficult and vibrant stages, each themed around a pair of complementary colors. Master a constant barrage of new level mechanics, each designed around your flip ability. Ah, okay. This is reminding of VVVVVVV. And you got little anti-gravity things. You're getting prisms. I like the little animated things they have in the trailer. Okay. Huh. I mean, as far as puzzle platformers go, this looks, really, really well made. We have one user review. Precision platforming. Right, this is precision platforming, not puzzle. Explore for optional collectibles. What does the review say? From the tight controls to the intriguing flip mechanic to the bit-blasting soundtrack, Flip of Light has it all. A wonderful game from a wonderful developer. Not too long and not too hard, but there is plentiful bonus content, though it is tough as nails. All in all, Flip is a wonderful game by a wonderful developer. I think Michael might be a friend of the developer, I'm guessing. But even so, they did play it for 6 hours, so there's stuff there. Very cool. Let us see what the charts say. The charts say 3 people played this at peak, and the store page was released on June 9th of last year. So, June 9th of last year. They only acquired 12 followers in that time, though, putting them by far at the lowest follower count per day, which is a pity, because this does look pretty cool. I think, So Steam is notoriously awful to platformers, specifically puzzle platformers. It's not as bad to precision platformers, but it's still not a great environment for them. In this case, though, I think probably what I think would differentiate this game from something like Celeste, which did very well, is maybe the lack of a narrative. Like, this is really just like, these are some cool levels, and they do look like cool levels, and it looks like there's some cool stuff going on, but we don't get any sense of narrative progression here. So I think if they had a narrative layer to this game, it might be doing better, but it's hard to say. Doesn't look like a great deal of promotion is going on prior to this week. So the 18th of January is when we see this line start going up. It does not look like they were running much in the way of promotion, but in the last week they do have about 1 follower per day, which is not bad. So I think this one also could have done better if it was running promotion continuously for the 200 days that the Steam page was up. Still, it looks like you made a cool game, Lecosoft, and I hope to see your next one. I'm gonna guess, I don't know. I think if they kept promoting at the way that they're doing right now for this whole period of time, for a while, they could sell a couple, but just based on what we're seeing right now, I'm gonna say maybe 50, which is very low, and I hope that I'm wrong. I hope they sell much more than that, because it looks cool. Moving forwards to Forrader Hero. On sale for $2.81, down from $3.39. Developed and published by Vidi Games. Alright. I see what you're doing there. Forrader Hero, turn-based game with roguelike elements where heroes can't step back and must fight through the end to save their soul in forgotten Proto-Dot world. Fighting hordes of monsters, undead creatures, and their overlords. Okay. Huh. Okay. What are we looking at here? Well, it looks like we have a sort of roguelike game. I like the sprite art. Like, the sprites are really, really excellent. But the actual gameplay is a bit confusing. It looks like you just walk forwards? Is this an auto-battler? Don't give up, never step back, because you are Forrader Hero. It's a nice capsule image, though I suspect it might be AI generated. 15 positive reviews, so definitely doing pretty good for today, at least. Turn-based game with roguelike and some tactical elements where heroes can't step back. Oh, okay, so I think it's lanes, right? You can move up or down in this lane, and then you fight the people that you bump into. But you can't move backwards. Alright, that's kind of neat. And it looks like you're picking up upgrades in some of the spots. Alright, so yeah, there's some tactics to this. Pixel art, blood, and violence. Saw Soda Pop and playing this today. Okay, so it looks like they got a streamer to play this. Playing this today, and it's a pretty fun game. I haven't played too many games like this, but there were a couple of things I noticed with the rogue. I realized the attack cap's at 75. This is probably one of the best hidden gems out there. Bought it before release, and now with 1.0 I can't wait to see what the new content is. So this was in early access and is now... Yeah, so this is the 1.0 release. Most of the reviews are for early access. It is a casual mobile game. Not much to think to play, and it's fairly simple. You know, not all simple games are mobile games. Alright. Well, let's see what the charts say. 6 months ago, there were 28 people playing this at one time, but in the last 24 hours, it's only 4. Huh. Okay, so we have a couple of sharp bumps. So I'm guessing this is probably where it went into early access. Yeah. Store page was made June 18th, 2022. And they ended up with 248 followers. Meaning we have our highest followers per day so far. We have 18 positive reviews and 1 negative review, though almost all of those are from early access and not from today. So what am I going to guess on this one? I'm going to guess probably 1,000 for this one. They're already over that hump, but I also don't necessarily see them selling a huge amount more now that they're released. You know, actually, I think that's maybe too high. I think I'm going to guess 500 for that one. All right, moving on to Friend or Foe, a game that is on sale for $12.59, down from $13.99, and developed and published by Stylized Indie Game. If this is a realistic game, I'll be very, very amused. It is not. It is stylized, so truth in advertising. Stranded on an island all alone, as you try to find a way home, you come across a peaceful wildlife. Okay, build, explore, befriend the animals, or tear it apart and suffer the consequences of your actions. Okay. Punch tree to get wood. So this is a building game, I'm guessing. Trying to coax a bunny into your hands. This is good gameplay. I appreciate bunnies. I don't know how that's going to work on a fox, though. Alright, so you can shoot the bunnies as well. And kill a boar. So, I'm not seeing a strong hook here. Like, this looks like a pretty cool survival game, but that seems to be all it is. I mean... Explore the island. Will you be the one who protects animals or hunts them? Okay, where did you end up, or how will you get home? So there might be a mystery part to this, but it's not very clear from the trailer. Except maybe right at the end where there was that, like, there was that building. This game is nothing but a cash grab. It's a complete husk of a game. There's nothing here. No reason for this to be $10. It is an absolute scam. It's just another, quote, game, if you can even call it that, where its only purpose is to get early access sales while behind the excuse of, oh, it's under development. That seems a bit harsh. There's a lot of mechanics here. In a few months of dedicated work balancing and bug fixes, this might be a game that is truly a great experience and blasts among trees. As of January 24th, 2023, there are issues. Tree fell on me, rate the game for trying to kill me quick. Okay, so very mixed reviews here. It looks like it might be in early access a bit early before it's polished enough that people are not going to knock it for trying to drop trees on them. 3 people are playing it right at this moment, with a peak of 7 over the last 24 hours. So this is going right into early access, and it looks like, okay, store page was made on December 15th, only 38 days ago. 2 positive reviews and 3 negative reviews. 2,202 in top sellers, 150 followers. So, look at that. A 395 in followers per day. That is pretty good. And even with the mixed positive and negative reviews, I'd still say this is probably, like, I look at this and I think, like, oh, it's just another survival game. To get me to play this game, you would have to have more to it than that. But I think there's a bunch of people who are just sort of like, yeah, I want to build a hut in the woods and feed some rabbits. And, so I guess based on what we're seeing here, I think they released this too early. And maybe there's financial reasons for that. Maybe they needed some cash now, but I don't think they're going to get a ton of cash right away. This is on sale for what? $12.99. I think if they had done whatever kind of promotion that they're doing today, because clearly they're doing quite a bit of it, if they had started that back in December and then kept going for 3 months or something, if you could get maybe not this many followers per day, but maybe 10 followers per day, which is an amount that I've seen before. There's about 100 wish lists per day, and you did that for 3 months, and then you released this in a state where people are not likely to consider it under development, like too under development-y, then yeah, I think this could be like a modest hit. As is, it's hard to say. I don't have a lot of... The fact that there was like 150 followers in that short a period of time means that there are people who want to play this game. So, even if Steam buries it, if they keep doing promotion, I'm going to say 2,000 for this. Could go up or down either way. This one I'm very, very uncertain about. I have no idea. Moving on to Gardenia VR. On sale for $29.25, down from $32.50. Developed and published by publishing house VR. I suspect this might be a VR game. Gardenia VR is an FPP, first playable prototype? What do they mean there? Gardening simulator with elements of platformer, crafting, adventure, exploration, and more. Discover a beautiful place that is carefree and full of holiday peace. Find treasure and magic mushrooms that will give you access to the most interesting locations. I mean, they have a dude who has a tree. Like, they're winning me over. I love this art style. This is very cool. Wood Grandpa. You can apparently romance people. Someone called Foxy Holmes, who is an investigator. Oh no, you're being chased by... Okay. We have a magic crafting table. And explosive gardening. Explosive gardening? Oh yeah, okay, that is explosive gardening. You throw explosives and you get little plants. Huh. I mean, this is really cool. Like, I'm digging this. I'm digging this. Discover beautiful places carefully and full of holiday peace. Hmm. No reviews. I wonder what that's about. Okay, one person played it. Uh-oh. Okay. January 9th. So they have only had 13 days, just under 2 weeks, to do any kind of promotion. And it does not look like they took that opportunity to do much promotion. So, look, I find this really charming. I look at this and I'm like, yeah, this is really cool. If I had a headset, I would definitely try this, buy this and try it out. They've got a very cute little world. They have a cute art style. It looks like they have a bunch of interesting mechanics. And it also looks like they did not tell anyone about this game. Like, it looks like no one knows this game exists, which is too bad. Also, Publishing House VR, as a name for your developers, is going to make it impossible to Google you. Like, if I search now on Google for Publishing House VR, we don't find you. Except on SteamDB. Yeah. And I think this is a different studio. Yeah. So, you have some marketing issues, but you have what looks like a really good game. So yeah, this one's definitely a heartbreaker for me. I wish you the best of luck, but I also think that you are going to sell what 50 copies, maybe. Moving on to Hard Survivor. Hard Survivor is on sale for $3.24, down from $4.99, developed and published by Educat. So I wonder if this is an educational game. It does not look like it. Hard Survivor, an unusual adventure inspired by classic games from the NES console, welcomes you. Explore numerous levels and collect all the coins on your way to victory. Alright, so we're a little dude with a gun. Can we shoot the gun? No. Maybe? We got wall kicks. I really like the pixel art. The little guy looks very cool. Though, wow, that's interesting. Huh. The pixels are not the same size. See this? Big pixels, little pixels. And, uh-oh. Okay, is this all the same level? Is there only one level in this game? It certainly looks like that. Beware of rocket tanks and their dangerous shots, ingenious traps, and bottomless abysses. Is there only one enemy? It certainly looks like there's only one enemy. So this looks like a very, very tiny game. Let's see. We have one follower, nobody who's played this game. The store page went up on December 6th of last year. One follower, which makes this, I think, the lowest followers per day. No reviews. And I'm going to put the estimated sales at 5. Yeah, this one's a weird one. Still, Educat, you made a game, and that is a difficult thing to do. I look forward to seeing what you do in the future. Moving on to Invincible Medusa. On sale for $3.89, down from $6.49. Developed and published by Sweetie Boy. Invincible Medusa is a 2D arcade slasher. Playing Medusa, you need to clear all levels from enemies. Be careful, enemies are very dangerous, and you have nothing but a trident. Develop a smart strategy, collect apples from the dead to replenish your health. Okay. You're Medusa, but you can't turn anyone into stone? No, you can just slash people with your trident. Those like faux TV lines are kind of, they make it very hard to see. Looks like you can cut through walls sometimes, maybe all the time. Oh, okay, so that you have melee and most enemies have shooting weapons, so the walls are mostly there to help you. Okay. I mean, it looks pretty gory. Okay, no reviews. In vain, they disturbed Medusa in her possessions. Okay. She won't let anyone out. Everyone will pay for the violation of her borders. Are there any other types of enemies, or are they all just little gun dudes? It looks like they're just little gun dudes. I mean, there are different kinds of little gun dudes. These ones have like football helmets, and these ones have little rogue outfits. But again, this looks like a very tiny game. Let's check the charts. 3 followers acquired from January 8th. Okay. So again, very, very little lead time. Only 3 followers, no reviews. Huh. Okay, let's double check and see if Sweetie Boy has released anything else. They have. Okay, I had a suspicion that this was the kind of developer we were dealing with again, which is the one that releases a game every month or so. To be clear, nothing wrong about that. They released 2 games on November 28th and then another one on November 11th, 2 in October. Yeah, so it looks like they release 1 or 2 every month. And it doesn't look like they sell a whole lot. Curious. I mean, they've released a whole bunch of games, so good on them. How am I gonna guess on this? I'm gonna guess maybe 50. And I'm guessing 50 because they've been doing this for a while and they must have some way of making it work for them. So maybe they're selling these games to other stores and putting it up on Steam is just a way of getting a bit extra exposure or something. I don't know. Sweetie Boy clearly knows what they're doing, even if I don't. Moving on to Just One, which is on sale for $2.99, down from $4.99. Developed by Atomic Fabric and Christian Manalaki. Christian Manalaki, I think I've seen them before. Atomic Fabric and published by the same. So let's see what's going on. How are you, Master? We have a new mission for you. Are you shooting Among Us people? You are definitely shooting Among Us people. I find this very sus. Alright, you're a little dude and you're shooting Among Us people, and if they're big, that makes them shrink. And they appear to have almost no AI of any kind. They just walk towards you. And you have like a circle that gets bigger. I do not know what the circle is doing. And that is the game. Okay. Just One is an action funny game that proves once again that desire and effort conquers everything. It does? Your mission as the main hero is tasked with freeing the island from the red robots and their bosses. The main difficulty is that to escape from this island, you will have to survive and pass those fishy levels by killing all of the enemies. Okay. Sure. I just want to see if Christian Manalaki is, or I'm hallucinating. Right. Yes, this was from yesterday. Christian Manalaki released a game yesterday, which was Snake Robot. And then a couple of 5 days before that, they released Umbrella Escape. And before that, it was Zombies in Metropolis. Yes, I keep seeing this person. So they have released 4 different games in the last like week. So they're very prolific. This was 1/3/2023, so like no promotion. I don't think that that's the model here. They're not doing promotion on these games. They picked up 4 followers, no reviews. So 20, I guess. I'm gonna guess 20. Moving on to Land of Towers. Land of Towers is on sale for $11.69, down from $12.99. Developed and published by 2Devi LLC. Land of Towers is a VR adventure game for the whole family. Reality-based quests. Distinctive architecture, intuitive controls, creative workshop, picturesque locations for relaxation. I often relax by staring at skulls. In ominous, dark chambers. Okay, so you're like forging an axe. Do you use the axe? Aha, we're using the axe on wood. And we take the wood, we make a fire. Okay, so this seems to be sort of like a blacksmithing game, even though it really... Oh, wait, no. I guess you can make ladders? Okay, so it seems like a crafting exploration game. Interesting. Little confusing, if I'm being honest. As a boy, he dreamed of becoming a glorious commander, but fate had other plans for him. This story... Wait. Is it a reality-based quest with distinctive architecture, or is it a story? Okay, the everyday life of a humble signal tower keeper, with both work and adventure, duty, and hope. Okay. So it's about keeping a signal tower, I guess? A little confused. The game is fantastic, complete super gem. I had no idea this was releasing today or even existed. For $10, you get an incredibly versatile and polished carpentry system, beautiful graphics, an actual story, and objectives to use that carpentry system, plus a nice smithing and crafting system and a sandbox mode. No smooth locomotion. All right. So I definitely think there's something here, but I think that they might be having a messaging problem where it's kind of hard to tell what is going on. Really lovely capsule image, possibly AI generated. But yeah, competently made little game with 10 people who have played it. Oh no, that's Twitch viewers. So some people looked at this on Twitch yesterday. All right. Game was initially added to Steam on January 3rd, which, as I have said, is a very short period of time to be doing any kind of promotion, but it does not look like they did a lot of that because they only gained 4 followers. So, this looks like a game that definitely has an audience, but does not know that this game exists. So 2Devi LLC, you need to promote your game. I definitely think that this game could do really well. The carpentry system looks really cool, but yeah, I just don't think anyone knows about it. That said, people do search for VR games, so I'm going to say 100, even though the numbers don't really bear that out, really. Actually, I'm going to say 200. I think because it is a VR game and people go looking for those, I think that this could be found by people, and it could do quite well if more people come in and take a look at it. Best of luck to DV LLC. Moving on to LingerToAlive, which is a free-to-play game developed and published by Zhang Qianyu. A TPS survival game with pixel level stream. Pixel level? There is no archiving system. Let's fight for a lifetime to pass. This may be Google translated, I'm guessing. What are we looking at? Okay, we have a very dark room where ambiguous things are happening. There's a lot of motion blur. Okay, there's enemies, I think. Okay, so maybe little boxy zombie enemies that you're shooting. To be clear, the choppiness is not on the stream. I'm seeing this as extremely choppy. It may just be very low frame rate in the game. Not sure what's going on. LingerToAlive. Introduction to the game. A simple third-person survival shooting game. In the game, player needs to use their only weapon resources to fight against unknown mutant creatures and finally escape successfully. There is only one map in the game, and other maps will be updated in the future. This game has no archiving system, which I think they mean saving system, so be careful at all times. Once you fail, you have to start over. Don't have too high expectations about the game. In terms of plot, yes, but only one thing. This game is only made by me. Alright, so this is a solo dev. All models and animations are made by myself, and the sounds and effects of monsters are dubbed by myself. Okay, this is like a 100% solo person project, single person project. I am a beginner of UE4 and can't make a great effect. You know, I think you did a pretty neat job, Zheng Yu. Our first game reviewed by Annoying Crow today. Annoying Crow, inverted mouse look. I must ask, why, Zheng Yu? Also, I do not like the attention to detail. My character will not open the door to fight zombies until he is fully clothed. Oh, I do like the attention to detail. That's some immersive sim level detail. Lol, inverted only. So I think possibly you would have avoided 2 negative reviews just by providing the option of not having inverted mouse look. One person played this at peak last 24 hours, 2 week total, and this was released on January 9th. So 3 negative reviews and 1 positive review. It is free to play, so I think people might check this out. I'm going to say 300. Cool first game, Zheng Yu. I look forward to seeing what you do in the future. Moving on to Locke or Locke or Locked is a free game by CurioDev and published by the same. An algorithm decided to show you this. What now? Did it? Okay, so we have a mysterious philosophical visual novel with a very odd description. I think this is a cool looking character. Is talking to this character the whole game? No, sometimes there are quotes from John Locke. I mean, okay. I guess that makes sense from the name. So this person is making another game. This might be a promotional game for that one. You wake up sitting across from a beautiful stranger. There's nothing I want more than to talk to you right now. So you talked. Alright, so this is 3,000 words of a linear visual novel, so you're not making choices. This is a kinetic novel. This game was originally made within 2 weeks and was heavily inspired by a passage in John Locke's An Essay Concerning Human Understanding. Ash seems quite complimentary of it. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of positive reviews, including Annoying Crow. A short kinetic novel about what it means to be free. Yeah, extremely positive review here, which, you know, makes sense. It looks pretty cool. So, let's see what the charts say. I wonder how long this one was out, or whether or not it's just that capsule image of the girl's eyes. 7 people are playing it right now with 11 at peak. This may be the most popular game we have today. Initially created on January 7th. Ha 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 ha. Look at that. With 51 followers. Wait. So this does not quite get as many followers as Friend or Foe, but it has wildly more reviews. So this definitely looks like, yeah, 25 positive reviews and no negatives. So very, very strong showing here for a free kinetic novel. What's everyone guessing for the numbers? So somewhere in the range. You know, I'm gonna say 600 for this. So here's what I think. Let me wait, go back. What's the game they're promoting with this? Artificial selection. Right. So this is a. What do? They do have a demo for this. So it's a mystery visual novel with escape puzzle game sequences. Okay, so this looks like sort of a 999 or Danganronpa kind of thing. I really hope that the people at Curio put a link to artificial suggestions, all artificial selections Steam page inside this game. Like, I hope if I open this game, there's a link to your Discord and a link to the next game that you're making, because you're probably going to get like between 600 and 1,000 people to look at this and like it. And if you had a link to your Steam page, I think you would get a lot of people looking at this. I don't think just having it here or here on the Discord, I think if you had it in the game, it'd be really good. I might actually just like check this out and see if they did that, because I think that would do really well. But yeah, this one's really interesting, and excellent job, Kigyo dev. It's Kigyo. I've been saying Curio, and that's Kigyo. Moving on to our next game, which is called Lucky Simulation Project, which is on sale for $3.89, down from $6.49. Developed and published by GXF-RP. This is a casual text game of analog project process. You need to make 1,000,000 gold coins or more gold coins based on your project knowledge plus your own luck. Attachment, puzzle, and disappear to relieve the boring in the project. Period. Partial hardcore game. I really hope they don't mean that kind of hardcore. This is in early access. Simulate a sunny and beautiful boy. It has been 3 months since he graduated from college. He still hasn't found a job. If he can't find a job and earn 1,000,000 gold coins quickly, he has to go back to the countryside to manage the village flower and inherit the 100,000 yuan from your family. Cattle and sheep spend the rest of... Okay, so this appears to have been mechanically translated. It looks like there's maybe match 2 puzzles or jigsaw puzzles. I don't know. This one is weird. Okay. So this was released on January 8th onto Steam. I managed to only get 1 follower, I think. And I understand that, because this is very, very weird and confusing. I am going to guess 5 people will play that one, mostly out of curiosity and or confusion. Moving on to Millie and Molly. Millie and Molly is on sale for $4.89, down from $6.49. Developed by Carlton Handley and published by Thalamus Digital. So I think this is probably a solo dead project. Millie and Molly is a retro-inspired puzzle platformer that will put your problem-solving skills to the test. Can you guide our fearless heroines through 100 themed levels to defeat the malicious monsters that stand in their way? So we have block pushing. There's very subtly different graphical modes. You can rewind, battle through 100 levels, even though there appear to be very, very few mechanics. Okay, I kind of like the fact that you're like playing old ladies. I think that's kind of cool. 2 devoted sisters, 1 incredible adventure. All right, let's see what the charts say. one person played this. Store page was released on December 29th. With 7 followers. And no reviews. So I think there's some cool stuff here, but this is a puzzle platformer, and Steam is notoriously brutal for those. So what am I going to guess? I'm going to guess 10 copies for that one. Moving on to Non-Stop Raiders. On sale for $1.94, down from $2.59. Developed by Orc Badger and published by Next In Game. In this infinite side-scroll runner, play as different raiders, run and jump across areas, pillage gold from either your enemies or chests across your journey to upgrade abilities. You need a period, you need a space there, but or unlock new characters. There are 20 positive reviews for this, so that's not bad at all. Alright, this looks like a fairly cool little endless runner. This is the first game today that has Hearts for Health. Hearts for Health counter goes up by 1. Alright, so this is kind of cool. A lot of endless runners, all you're doing is dodging. And it looks like here, you're trying to land on like the knights and enemies and stuff as you kill to get points. Yeah, alright. Looks pretty neat. They have a Discord and some instructions to follow you on Steam. So, yeah. Raid. Very fun, endless runner, addictive music, not so good. And you gotta kill some people along the way while running. Non-stop fun. So all of these are early access reviews. We have another game coming out of early access today. I wonder when it went into early access. Alright, one person played this in the last 24 hours. And 3 months ago, there were 20 people playing it. So, yeah, that's about when it looks like this started happening. But this does not look like it's slowed down. It looks like a bunch of people played it, and people are still discovering it. Cool. All right, so July 14th, 2022. $5.23, so a thoroughly respectable 2.72 followers per day with 21 positive reviews and no negative reviews. No negative reviews is very respectable. So, what do I guess on this one? It is very affordably priced. It is an endless runner, which are not super popular, but people do pick them up, just to sort of like play between doing other things. And this is a very healthy line bar. This is a line bar that says we are not done growing yet. And they're picking up about 2 or 3 things per day. So what am I going to guess? I think I'm going to probably guess 1,400 for this one. That's my guess. Our next game is Open Fishing XL, for sale for $6.49, developed and published by Kunstad. Open Fishing XL is an open-world fishing game focused on creating a relaxing experience. Fill out a book with all 100 fish species, explore the large map, manage your cash to buy bait, enjoy the chill nature of fishing, and far more features planned in early access updates. So this is an early access game. Okay. So there's a big world where you can go and fish for stuff. Neat. Great ambient sounds, not complicated mechanics. Promising and vibey. Looking forward to updates. I like what I see. Great little fishing time killer. Very stylish and just all around comfy. Very cool. Very positive responses. It's in early access, so I hope that it gets some cool updates. Let's see what we got for charts. 3 people played this. Store page was made on November 30th. And we have quite a bit of a tilt up here. All right. Normally I'd say this is a very low number of followers to launch a game with. But fishing games are weirdly popular. You can see that in the last 24 hours or so, they've gotten 4 reviews. So, tricky. I'm going to guess 600 for this. Again, the numbers don't quite bear that out, but if they keep updating it and they keep pushing it and they keep advertising it, yeah, I could think they could do okay there. Moving on. Actually, first I'm going to very briefly take a break to take a drink. All right. Our next game is Pip X. This is another game by Cute Hannah. It is on sale for $1.55, down from $2.59, and developed and published by Cute Hannah. This is another Pip game. We had one of these earlier this week, I think. Pip X, cute puzzle game with pipes. Enjoy a relaxing time connecting pipes. So this looks like Pipe Dream. Right, this was the Butterfly game that came out 2 days ago. Or it's by the people who made the Butterfly game that came out 2 days ago. Right, so this is another one of those studios that releases tons and tons and tons of games. This one looks like Pipe Dream. I really do wonder what the actual business model looks like this for, because clearly they have to release a lot of games very quickly, but my existing analysis of how games on Steam work are that you do kind of have to do promotion or you sell nothing. So these people have to be selling something. Maybe they make their money off of bundles? I don't know. They do kind of interest me though. So yeah, one person played it. They released their Steam page on January 10th. They have to be selling something. There has to be money here somehow, because they're spending $100 on Steam app IDs every couple of days. I don't know. Really weird. 4 followers. No reviews. I don't know. I mean, I said 50 last time. I'm going to give them 50 this time. I guess they kind of know what they're doing. Godspeed, Cute Hannah's Games. If you want to get in contact with me and explain to me what your business model is, I'd be really fascinated to hear. Moving on to Polly Skies, on sale for $10.49, developed and published by Red Phoenix Studios. Polly Skies is a casual village builder and colony sim designed to help you relax. Take care of your villagers who are seeking refuge from dangers below the clouds. All right. I love the little squish they do when you place them. That's very cute. Again, we have a sort of low poly style game. I like the flying platforms. This is very cool looking. That airship just flew through that tree. Not a big deal, but... Ooh, there's a portal. Relax. So this is meant to be kind of chill, I think. Out now. Yes, it is. Okay, they have a demo. And a Discord. Not a whole lot of information here. I'm on a Mac Mini from 2020 with Mac OS Ventura. The game never shows you the islands in which to build, making it impossible to play. I joined their Discord and found someone had reported the same issue for Mac OS Monterey back in June 2020. 2022, hope it gets resolved. Go try the demo. It's a one-man show. Okay, so this is a solo developer, in which case, fantastic work. This is really, really good looking for a solo developer. And it looks like they're very active on Discord, so that's good to hear. Let us see what the charts say. Okay, big jump in followers today. As of yesterday, they had 105 followers. Today they have 185, which is very good. But this long plateau concerns me. And this was initially created April 14th, 2022. So that means that they had a very long period of time where it does not look like they were doing any promotion. During which time they were probably building the game, right? Like one-man show, very, very hard to do. We have one positive, one negative. Ha! So this one also kind of hits me as a heartbreaker. It looks like they are going to struggle to get over the hump. They only have 2 reviews. They need 8 more. On the other hand, they are doing a Discord and stuff, so maybe, I don't know. I'm going to guess 200. Though I certainly hope they sell more, because that looks like a neat little relaxing game. Moving on to Resultarias. For sale for $21.99, developed by Christopher Hernandez and published by Chris DBHR. Resultarias is a surrealist adventure game narrated by dream exploration. You play as Utsuki, a girl that for some reason doesn't want to leave her room and will only explore the world through her dreams. So this is... there's some very clear references here, I think. I love surreal exploration, and Resultarias just ticks all the boxes. I wonder if Yuboa is in this one. Okay, I mean, the environments do look very cool. Let's check the charts. 3-person peak. Store page released January 9th. $23 followers. So a healthy follower per day. Yeah, I think this is one that, like, this could have legs, but the release window was so tight that I don't think many people know about it. Tricky to say. $20, $22 is quite a bit of money for this one. Chris appears to be making this on his own. What am I going to guess on this one? Logic tells me it should be like around 50, but I think the kind of people who like this game really like this kind of game. There aren't a lot of games out there. Even though this is maybe a bit more derivative than I would like, I'm going to guess 100. No. No, I'm going to guess 500 for this one. But I think it'll take a while to get there. Like, I think this will be one that slowly builds up by word of mouth. Moving on to Sapper, Defuse the Bomb Simulator. For sale for $11.49. Developed by Live Motion Games and published by Wig Publishing. Learn the ins and outs of one of the world's most dangerous professions: searching, lockpicking, hacking, disarming, and operating under pressure. Welcome to the typical day of Sapper. Courage is forged in the sound of ticking bombs and the feeling of cold sweat on your back. Okay, so we have a bomb defusal simulator. Alright. We have mixed reviews, but we have 49 of them, so people are playing this. The question is, why is it getting negative reviews? They have a Discord, they have some pretty strong little GIFs here. The game looks like competently made. It's very much sort of an escape room kind of thing where like you have to click on each screw to unscrew it, that kind of thing. There's a lockpicking minigame, more pipe dream. I was very disappointed. For some reason, I thought this game was going to be about realistic bomb defusing, like Herclot or something, but no, you just wait for a little light to show what color wire you cut. That's it. The first level is just half an hour of slow walking / dragging through trash cans. The hacking is lazy and frustrating. Why you break into government buildings also beyond me. You are the police. I really thought this was going to be a gem. The developer is obviously talented, and should use this early access time to make this game a little more robust and detailed. Is this a full release from early access? Yes. Okay, so we have a game that was in early access and is coming out now with unfortunately mixed reviews. From a long time ago. Okay, so this looks like a 1.0 release from a game that was released 2 years ago. This is very much just barely an okay game. It is very short and simple, no real thinking, just walk and cut. Very short playtime. Game is full of pointless activities that you have to accomplish, like putting out 12 roadblock barriers. It serves no purpose in the game. Okay. This one's an interesting one, because it's very competently made, but it looks like they made some strange decisions. One person is playing it, and yeah, it looks like it released into early access 2 years ago and did not continue to update. Let's see if there's any updates. Full release. List of changes. They do have changes. New system for defusing large bomb. New map. More story missions. New bomb placements. Okay, so they did release an update, but you can see by this, there's a very long period of time where it doesn't look like much was going on. Huh. Okay, so August 5th, 2019. 2,133 followers. So 1.68. Yeah, like this game looks really cool, but it seems like there's less cool than you might think. 37 positive and 33 negative is not great. Let's guess how many they've got so far. 2,800. I'm going to guess they might get another 500 sales from this, so I'm going to say 3,500 is going to be my guess for total sales for this. Kind of a pity, because I think if they had continued to support this game and it had added more stuff and listened to their community, they could have sold quite a few. Because that did look like a really cool idea to start with. All right, moving on to Search All Worms. On sale for $1.55, down from $2.59, by Lausch Dmitry Sergevich and published by Lausch Studios. Is a hidden object game where you have to find all the worms in a large area. Ah, this is sort of like the I commissioned 100 Bees game, except with worms. Is it all this one picture? It appears to be all this one picture. It's just these birds. Okay, so much more limited than the bee game. 100 worms to find. Another great search game from this developers. Lausch Dmitry Sergevich, have you made more of these? In the Building, Cats 3. Yes. Okay. So they make a bunch of these games, right? I think I've seen some of these cat games before. I think the people who like this game are gonna really like it, and I think everybody else is going to be very confused. Like, I get it. This is the kind of game that like you can like put on a podcast and listen to the podcast, or just listen to the music and vibe. January 10th. Four followers. One positive review, no negative reviews. I'm gonna guess about 100 people will buy this one. Nice job, Lash Dimitri. And gonna move on to the next one, which is called Forgotten Tapes Analog Nightmares. On sale for $8.09, down from $8.99. Developed by a bunch of people whose names I'm not going to read out, and published by Bloody Vulpine. I'm guessing this is a short horror game. A collection of horror stories realized by 9 developers, each with its own unique take on analog horror. Experience these spooky tales through an interactive hub world and choose what to play at your own pace. Just don't die of fright. Okay, very cool. Very, very cool. I like the idea of collecting a bunch of games together in one place on a theme. Yeah, very nice. Bloody Vulpine, do you do a bunch of these analog horror games? So we've got one in a house, another one in a house, one in a park. All right, cool. Bloody Vulpine. Nope, this is the only collection that this developer or this publisher has done. The theme for this collection is analog horror. So, the other one directed by Toby. Yeah, I like this idea. Very cool. I enjoyed all of these games. Definitely some devs to follow for future projects. Love the hub world as well. Some were more spooky than others, but they all had something to offer and kept me super entertained. Looks like they're doing free promotions for some of these. A neat collection of games with some nice variety in terms of scares. Many analog flavors of horror to your taste. Great game, great devs. All have a unique outlook on games. This looks like a well-curated collection. No complaints from anyone. But I worry that they didn't promote it, which with 9 devs is maybe a little disappointing. So 5 people are playing this now, with 9 at peak, and December 7th, 2022. So they had 2 months, and they got 71 followers. So not bad, but I feel with that many people involved, that doing a bit more promotion might help. Still, very cool idea. Very cool idea. I like that. How many reviews do we have? We have 6 reviews. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 positive reviews. I think they'll get over 10 fairly easily. I also think that this will probably get picked up by like YouTubers and streamers who play horror games, because there's a bunch of little analog horror games. So I'm going to guess 600 for this. That's my guess. Nice job. I really like that idea. Moving on to The Hidden and Unknown. Okay, this one's weird. And we can tell that it's pretty weird just by looking at the price. Because it is on sale for $2,590.99. Oh look, Osho's here. Hi Osho. We are looking at the weirdest game today. You arrived just on time for something very, very strange. So I don't really want to spend too long on this one, because there's basically 2 options. One is, this is a piece of performance art, And the other one, okay, actually, 3 options. This is either performance art, a scam, some kind of money laundering, or some weird political statement. I know I said 3. There's actually 4 things. There's this big long scroll which has a bunch of horrible transphobia in it. It's $2,590. The 2 reviews I think are memes. I don't know. I mean, whatever this is, hey Osho, yeah, they gosh. I mean, they didn't just do this in like a day. 99 chances a scam. Like, if it were a scam, I would expect it to be like a trying to attract people to buy it by accident. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see like a $200 jigsaw puzzle or something where like you're trying to scam Granny. This one is so off-putting in its design that I think it's more of a political statement of some kind. Though what the politics are, aside from transphobia, is very confusing. Ah, 22 followers. So I think they will sell 0 real copies of this. I don't think that these 2 positive reviews, like one of them was a pre-release one. I don't think these people kept their games. That's my guess. Or maybe they're the developer with a different account or something. Yeah, not sure what's going on there. Okay, now we have another game. Moving on to what is undeniably going to be the biggest game today, which is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. On sale for $16, down from $79.99. Developed by Ubisoft Paris and published by Ubisoft. To mixed reviews. I don't know what kind of Ghost Recon this one was. You're not giving me any gameplay, Ubisoft. Alright, so we got dudes shooting. This is a cinematic 4-player co-op. I like the spooky masks. Survive your breakpoint. Base game and infiltrator pack. Alright, I mean it looks like a Ghost Recon game. They're all very pretty. This is 80% off. This is like extremely cheap, which makes me think that this is a re-release or is a... I don't know anything about this one. Mixed reviews, though. Testing the game for 3 years. Yeah, this is an older one. I understand you found Paradise in EGS. You had a good trade. You made Tim Sweeney? What? Ah, okay. So I think that this is a game that was on another... Oh, right, yes. The previous game. It's trying to scam people who are curious about what sort of game costs that much money, probably. Maybe? But it looks like a really cheap Ren'Py visual novel. Again, like, there's ways to make a game look more like a... Like, if it's a scam, it's an incompetent scam. In comparison, this looks like it is a Ubisoft game that is being taken off of another store and put on Steam after 3 years, which has resulted in people being salty about that, and also none of the... there's problems with the servers. That said, 4,000 people are playing it right now. So, wow, okay, store page was made like 2 days ago. And they got 3,436. So big companies operate on another scale entirely. compared to indie games, it's bananas. So even with the negative reviews and the fact that this is a re-release, I'm going to say they're probably going to sell 80,000 copies for this. That's probably my guess. It's a significant markdown from what it was. All right. Moving on. VocaBRAWLary. Okay. For sale for $2.59. Developed and published by Blot Interactive. Welcome to VocaBRAWLary, a fast and fun multiplayer typing game. Compete against your friends to become a word master. Okay. A game of word domination. Begin chatting. This is real weird. This is very, very strange. I like that you can play as a skeleton. I am still a bit ambiguous about what the actual mechanics are, or how any of it works. Pick from a wide variety of word lists. What? Okay, so, like, there's some artistry here, but what the actual mechanics are is extremely confusing. I think that this is a game that was maybe in early access for a really long time. No. It was not that. Okay, so somewhere around January last year. "20 followers in almost a year, extremely low follower percentages. And no one has reviewed it, and it doesn't look like anyone has played it." And I'm going to chalk this one up to not that the game looks bad, but the game looks weird. If there's one thing that I have gathered from doing this for over a week now, it's that the worst thing your game can be, worse than looking bad or looking amateurish or even being broken, the worst possible thing is it not making sense. I don't know. I'm gonna guess 20. Maybe. I mean, yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. It doesn't look bad, but it looks weird and confusing, and I don't know how it works. Maybe that's just me, but we'll see. All right, our second to last game is called Waiter. Waiter is a first-person game about a waiter. In this cool game, you play as a waiter who needs to serve drinks to club customers. This game will give you unforgettable emotions of joy and fun. Play it with fun and perky music. So you pick up booze and you give it to people. Is that all you do? So it's timed. This could be like how many people can you get stuff to in a short period of time. We have a low poly art style, and that's it. Okay. At the end of the time, you will lose. Enjoy the passage of this game with fun music that will definitely not let you get bored. Very. I mean, like, this one is definitely, like, maybe more roughly made than the previous one, but at least you can understand what it is. All right, January 10th, 2023. Service industry simulation. Yes, it is. Where, like, you, I like the fact that you lose at the end, because that generally is my experience of being a waiter. All right. January 10th, 2022. or 2023. So this was released just barely 2 weeks ago, and they got 4 followers. So they have not been doing much in the way of promotion on this one. I'm left a little confused by this. Like, it works. It looks like it works. I just don't know what the appeal is. It feels almost like a gag. Like, this feels like a gag game. There's some games that come out where, like, the point is that you buy a ridiculous game for people, for other people on Steam as like a joke gift. And I wonder if that's what this is for. And they're usually like some kind of simulator or something, for something silly, like toilet cleaning simulator or something like that. So maybe that's what this is for. But even then, this does not look like a particularly funny version of that. So I'm going to say maybe 10 people will buy that one. The story behind the creating of that one is interesting. It's confusing. I have to check. Did GG make anything else? No. This is their only game. Okay, moving on to our last game for today. It is 136.13. Oh, The Wind of Life. Wind of Life, for sale for $6.49. Developed and published by Press Q Games. The game is about the wind and its freedom. Make your way to a colorful and meditative journey. Go all the path, escaping the dangers of an abandoned planet and control the wind power. Huh. I mean, the character animation is pretty simple, but it's definitely got a style to it. Got a little cape. All right. I mean, Okay. I think someone used like very limited resources very well here. This game is about freedom and wind and its freedom. Recently, there have been a lot of people, and all of them have adapted to the stressful nature of the planet. Games with terrible English. There's a lot of games that have like mechanically translated descriptions and stuff. Osho, it's fairly standard. Though curiously, this one does not actually have. This one does not have other languages, so I don't know what the original language is here. Press Q. Did you make anything else? No, this is your first game. Well, it's an interesting game, Press Q, and I'm worried that you didn't tell anyone that you made it. One person is playing it, which is the largest number of people who have been playing it concurrently. Huh. Okay, yeah, oh no, okay. So this game is what I like to call a heartbreaker, which is, I think someone worked really, really hard on this for a long time. Wait, is it 2022 or 2021? 2021, right. So, yeah, that's my guess. They only have 11 followers. Putting them, unfortunately, at the very lowest number of followers per day, I think, today. Yes. So, oof. It looks like someone worked really hard on this one. They took some very limited resources and made a cool looking game. I genuinely really do like the art style in this one. It's very cool looking. I think the idea of having a little flying dude going around these different environments. But it is a puzzle platformer. Steam is very hard on those. And I don't think Press Q Games told anyone that they made this game at all. Like, I think they just put it on Steam. Which, if that was their goal, if their goal was to just get a game on Steam and like release this game that they'd made, good job. But you got to tell people about your game. You got to tell people that you made one. So, that's a pity because it does look pretty good. And on that rather depressing note, where I'm going to say probably 20 people will play this, that's it for for the games for the 23rd of January. We'll just take a quick look over at the tags. Single player is most games, as is casual, indie, and adventure, as usual. Where's action? Not many action games today. Action is all the way down here. Usually action is up at the top. We got 7 anime games today. And 12 atmospheric games. I'm really surprised by how many games like primarily market themselves as like chill out games. There seems to be like a lot of people making games for that. You see how many games got absolutely no reviews. So out of our, what did I say, 31 games that we were looking at, 14 of them had negligible response, which is not unusual. It seems like about 30 to 40% of games that come out on Steam just have nobody pay any attention to them at all, which is a pity. All right, that's it for today, I think. Thank you to the people who dropped in and said hi. I really appreciated that. That was really nice. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Have a good one.